Welcome to the RadioU Podcast. Coming up, a new way your dog could help you find a date.
Also, what's a certified banger according to Elon Musk?
All that and more on the way next. We're getting close to a new Toy Story movie.
Yeah.
So close that they put out a new trailer. Disney put out a new trailer a teaser trailer for Toy Story 5 yesterday. It's about 50 seconds. It doesn't show you a whole lot. But Allie, you've seen the trailer. What do you think?
It doesn't give you, as you said, it doesn't give you much information other than it lets you kind of know where the storyline is going and maybe what the big villain is going to be in the story this time around. Mm-hmm. I have not seen Toy Story 4, so I have a little bit of gap of information of what has all happened. Obviously, Bonnie is still the kid that has the toys.
It's still Bonnie, yeah.
But she's a little bit older now. Mm-hmm. But yeah, there seems to be one maybe big bad that they reveal in the trailer, or it could be a big new friend. Who knows? Well,
so the trailer shows, like, I guess Toy Story 5 is going to introduce technology into the world of Toy Story. And so that we know is that Bonnie gets a package, and it's basically an iPad.
Yeah.
It's the Toy Story version of an iPad. And
it's a tablet, a little kid's tablet.
You see her getting the package, and meanwhile, all of the different classic Toy Story toys, as well as Forky, you get to see reacting to this package, and they're all scared.
Yeah.
I don't know why they'd be scared of it.
Yeah, I'm not sure. There must be something contextually that they know what's coming. Because why else would they be like, oh, no? But you would think they would just not know what it is.
Right. So I don't know. I'm sure that's just played up for effect, and it's probably not that way in the movie.
Right.
But I feel like the whole idea of Toy Story taking on, introducing technology and how kids deal with that and how the other toys would feel about technology, it feels really obvious.
Yeah.
And it feels like we don't need that.
No, and I kind of have felt that way since Toy Story 3. I don't think we really need these other Toy Story movies. I don't know. I haven't talked with everybody that's seen Toy Story 4, but with some family members that have, they've mentioned it wasn't the greatest. It was kind of dumb.
It was pretty bad.
Yeah.
I wish they would stop.
Yeah, it was a very emotional ending to me with Toy Story 3, and that's kind of where my brain has cut off. I mean, Toy Story was a part of my childhood, and the way they ended it in Toy Story 3, to me, was a fitting ending. I didn't need more than that. It was a beautiful moment with Andy giving the toys over to Bonnie, and that should have been the end.
Like Quentin Tarantino said, it was a perfect trilogy.
Yes.
There's not many of those. I mean, at the same time, could Toy Story 5 be good? It could be good. It could definitely be good. It could. Pixar's made good movies.
Yeah.
Not many recently, but they've made good movies. But it also just felt like I just wish. This is really one of those things where, like, the more they keep messing with it, the more I just feel like I wish they would leave it alone. It's not ruining the first three.
Yeah.
It doesn't work that way.
No.
But I just wish they would just leave it alone.
I wish
if they can't do something amazing with it, which they didn't in Toy Story 4, that's for sure.
And that's the thing also is, like, it's a very nostalgic series, and for them to introduce technology and all this new stuff that we have to deal with in our regular lives, like, suddenly it's like, no, this is too close to reality. This is supposed to be a story about toys.
And while the first two Toy Stories and even Toy Story 3, like, they have a very 90s feel to them.
Sure.
But they're also timeless.
Yes.
They are timeless. And when we're going to have iPads, it's not as timeless. If you saw the Toy Story 5 teaser trailer, let us know your thoughts at 8772 RadioU. Maybe you loved it and you can't wait. And you love Toy Story 4 too. You can't wait for Toy Story 5. Let us know. You know what your iPhone needs? A pocket. And I don't mean the one in your pants. 8772 RadioU. Fortunately, Apple has you covered. They have just announced the limited edition iPhone Pocket.
Oh my goodness.
It's a pocket just for your iPhone, or I guess you could put any small item that fits in there. And it will only cost you $229.95. Now, that's the expensive version. There is a cheaper option. If you're okay with a shorter strap for your pocket, you could get the short strap version of the iPhone Pocket for $149.95.
So much better.
Yeah, which that is available in a variety of colors. Even confusingly, the colors for the short strap version and the colors for the long strap version are not the same, and you have many more options if you choose the short strap version.
Yeah, you do. But I have to say the short strap version looks a little dumb. The longer strap version is not that it doesn't look dumb. It's just that you can wear it in a natural, like, wearable way.
So that would go like over your shoulder,
yeah,
like
a crossbody.
purse.
Yeah, like a crossbody bag. And so, or, a lot of people are using fanny packs. They're using them as shoulder bags now. So they wear them across their chest.
Yeah.
And so that's kind of the vibe you get from the longer strap one. The shorter strap one, it kind of just hangs off of your wrist and looks a little weird because it's way too long. And so it just looks like you're wearing a big sock on your hand.
The iPhone sock.
Yeah, that's what people are calling it, the iPhone sock. I've also seen people say it's the iPhone jockstrap. Oh, it's not good. It's not good. But you know what? If anybody can make something cool, it's iPhone. Yeah. Because iPhone, it has the brand, and also just, the loyalty to that brand is insane for in my opinion. A lot of people have a lot of brand loyalty to them. And so I think people will buy this, even though I think it looks ridiculous.
Yeah, well, what's sad is the cheapest you can get is $1 or $150, and you look at the materials used to make it, and it's about 50 cents.
Yeah,
this is in typical Apple fashion,
right?
Of course.
This is what we've known from Apple is they upcharge in an insane amount, which is why they are such a successful company because capitalism, baby, and they take advantage of it. But what I can see happening, and as long as there's no patent on this, I haven't looked into that. People are just going to make these for themselves.
This is so you could get. I guarantee you can get one of these because they haven't actually released. Don't release until Friday.
Yeah,
but probably today you could get the exact same thing on Temu.
Oh yeah.
Like 100%.
Get the same thing on Temu, or you could just grab a sock from your own sock drawer,
and cut a hole in it.
Make this. It's so simple, and so I don't think it's worth that amount of money.
Yeah, it's not even like other Apple things where it's like obviously Apple.
Yeah,
like there's not a big Apple on it.
It looks like there's probably a tag on the side that says
that's what
Apple.
I'm seeing.
But yeah, they don't really have a whole lot of branding. Apparently, this was some type of they combined with collabed with a Japanese apparel company to create these. I guess to make them like streetwear type of thing.
I wonder if who approached who on that one.
I don't know, but
if that was the Japanese designer that was like, I've got this idea, it's crazy, but I think Apple will go for it. I mean, and they sold Apple on this stupidity.
I think Japanese street fashion is a lot different than American. So maybe this would be cooler over there, but over here, this just looks dumb.
Would they pay $150 for it?
I would hope not.
I mean, people are going to.
Yeah.
People will. People already are waiting to.
So annoying.
No matter what we say about it.
I mean, wear them. Wear them. This is a free country.
Yep. Have your fun.
Do as you
will.
Have
your fun.
Spend money on a sock.
I have a man in Russia who really did not want to go shopping with his wife.
Yeah.
He wanted to avoid shopping with his wife so badly that he staged a carjacking.
Oh, my goodness.
There was simply no way for them to go shopping. How can we go shopping, honey? We don't have a car. This was a situation where, obviously, this was in Russia. The car was reported as missing to the police. It was later found on an island. How does it get to an island?
Must have been by bridge or by ferry.
Those are some wild carjackers. Steal the car and abandon it on an island somewhere. But once the police investigated, of course, they did find, whoever this guy got to do the carjacking put in the effort. The police found evidence of forced entry, a damaged ignition switch, the classic telltale signs of carjacking. Sure. But once they started talking to they started talking to the husband.
Yeah.
His story seemed suspicious, and they eventually were able to figure out that he had staged this whole thing just to avoid going shopping with his wife.
Wow. What a loser move. I mean, why can't you just say, I don't want to go shopping?
I don't think it was that simple.
Okay, why not?
Because I don't think it's just, yes, he could have easily said, I don't want to go shopping with you. And then she probably would have said, well, we're doing it anyways. I didn't want to watch hockey with you the other day. And so this is what we're doing. But that would be like, you don't stage a carjacking because of that. Right.
That's what I'm saying.
So there has to be more to the story.
Right.
And it wasn't that he wanted to do something else. It wasn't like, oh, this is during a football game.
Yeah.
So I want to stay home and watch a football game, because you can't watch a football game if your car's just been stolen. You're trying to figure out where it is.
No.
That's going to be your project, your activity that takes the place of the shopping.
Yeah.
So here's what I think. I think that it wasn't just about going shopping.
Okay.
He knew that she was going to buy him embarrassing things while they were shopping. This is clothes shopping for him. And he didn't want to he knew she was going to buy him some embarrassing clothes. And the only way he thought to get out of that was that he had to stage a carjacking.
But it's only a temporary get out of it, because once the car is found, or you get a new car, maybe this is going to come back up.
He is now facing several criminal charges, including knowing false denunciation. That must be a Russian thing. He could face up to 2 years in prison. Well, so he's not going to have to go shopping or wear any clothes that she buys him for a while.
Yeah, for 2 years.
Yeah.
But then it comes back around. And guess what she's got for you, when you come out of prison? She's got a
bunch of outfits.
No, she's got a one-way trip to the store. Potentially 2 ways. But, she's got a trip to the store planned. But all I'm saying is, one time my family was carjacked, and I don't know what this Russian man name is. I don't know what his name is.
Yeah, we don't have as many details as I wish.
Carjacking is not a joke, Russian man.
Yeah.
It's not a joke over here.
It's not funny. It's not funny, but it was a bad plan.
It was obviously a bad plan. It backfired horribly.
Well, or did it? Because now, again...
Right. Maybe his plan all along was to get sent to prison.
This was just, instead of simply asking for a divorce, this was his plan.
He's like, I don't want your outfits.
Fake a carjacking, go to prison, and by the time I'm out, she's not going to want to be with me anymore.
I don't want your outfits. I want an orange jumpsuit.
Yeah. Amazon has a James Bond problem. 8772 Radio. It's a good problem to have. We should probably note that we're just not going to be able to do this without spoiling the most recent James Bond movie, and that is No Time to Die.
But it's been out for a long time.
It's been a couple of years now. So this is on you at this point. But the problem that Amazon seems to be having now that they've acquired James Bond and they're in charge of all the James Bond movies and everything that goes forward with that is they can't figure out how to bring James Bond back from the dead.
Yeah, Daniel Craig dies at the end, supposedly, allegedly. Seems like he dies.
I guess technically in No Time to Die, you don't actually see him die.
Yeah, it's just implied.
Yeah. Very, very explicitly implied. Like he has to be dead.
You would assume anyone in that situation would be dead.
But Amazon now, I mean, it's going to be an entirely different actor. It's not going to be Daniel Craig.
Yeah.
But for some reason, Amazon is like, well, how do we continue? How do we start James Bond another movie?
Yeah.
When James Bond just died.
Right.
Whereas this is according to a report from Radar Online, anyways, that this is what the executives are trying to figure out. Whereas, to you and I think most James Bond fans, just started over. Nobody's thinking that they need to bring him back from the dead. It's just a new James Bond thing entirely.
New James Bond. There really is no thorough line through any of the different James Bonds.
Mm-hmm.
There
are some James Bond movies that are the same as other James Bond movies.
Yeah.
Just with a different actor.
Same type of plot. Yeah. And we have never been fooled to believe that this is supposed to be like one James Bond to the next.
Yeah.
When it comes
it's
to
just a different actor playing. It's the same character the entire time.
Right.
It is the same character, but it's not the same timeline.
It's not the same timeline, and we're not asking for it to be. Not everything needs to be connected.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Just start it over.
Not
start
everything
fresh.
needs to be a universe. It's okay for it to just be a James Bond movie. It's been happening for decades that they've done it like this. So yeah, I think they've just created this problem for themselves in their own head. This isn't actually a problem, Amazon.
Nobody would You
no
just
one will
start
blink an eye.
as if it's a completely fresh story. Yeah. You could even, like I said, I mean, they did it with Casino Royale, right?
Right.
Where that was already a James Bond movie and they just redid it in the new version. You could do that.
Yeah.
You don't have to start. You don't have to try to make it connect.
You don't have to make it connected. You don't have to try and retcon anything because it's a new story and it's a new
You literally
person
have a
playing
blank
James
slate,
Bond.
a completely blank slate.
Yep.
Do what you want with it.
That's what's been done previously, again, for decades, and so I think just follow suit with that. That's what everybody is expecting. So I think this whole, we have a problem on our hands that's completely in their own heads. No one actually cares if you somehow solve that Daniel Craig didn't die or not.
It's so weird that they would be so hung up on this.
Right.
That I'm almost like, is this actually true?
Right. Like if Daniel...
They can't be that dumb,
if
right?
Right. They might be. But if Daniel Craig was coming back as James Bond, yeah, you'd have to solve it because it wouldn't make any sense because he died. But it's not going to be Daniel Craig. It's going to be somebody new, as far as we know.
Right. I don't know what they're wasting time with this for.
Yeah.
It really feels like, Amazon bought James Bond, right?
Yes.
And bought the rights to take it over and do what they want with it. It feels like if you do that, you might have had a plan before you buy it, before you invest the bajillions of dollars that you did to buy it and then that you're going to put into actually making stuff with it.
Yeah.
It feels like you might have at least some plan for a movie or two or some kind of concept.
Well, they took the executives away that had led the James Bond, movies for years.
Yeah.
They took them away. And so I think they are kind of starting from scratch. But that's the beauty of starting from scratch.
Yeah.
You don't need to connect it to anything.
We're doing Would You Rather Wednesday. Today, our question is, would you rather have a snow day every single week throughout the winter, but those snow days are very cold?
Yeah.
We're talking like 0 degrees and the snow never seems to melt. Or you get no snow days at all, but that's because the winter's pretty mild, mostly comfortable.
Right.
877-2 Radio U. We might have made this one too easy, Allie.
Oh, yeah?
A vast majority of people going on one side, like Julie, who says mild winter for sure.
We heard from Jesse. He said being a teacher would love those days off, but at the same time, we would go deep into summer making up for those snow days.
That's a good point.
I'll take the warmer weather.
Even as a child, even as a kid, you got to think that if you're getting a snow day every week, that those days don't just disappear.
Yep.
If you get a couple, but when they start to add up, then you start to add weeks into the summertime, which sucks.
Fair enough.
Max says, I work from home, so I'll take the good weather.
We heard from Viola. She said, mild winter, no shoveling, cleanup, and no bad roads to drive on. That's a good point. The bad roads are never fun.
We finally have somebody going the other way. Regina says, I'll get the snow days because last year, I got to work from home on snow days, and I enjoyed looking at the gorgeous snow, although it was bizarre having working from home for an entire month.
Yeah, I bet. We heard from William. He says, snow days sound nice because I could wear a heated jacket and go skiing.
Aww.
Now the issue is I have a job that is hybrid, sometimes in office, sometimes I work from home. So with a snow day, I would still work just from home and not get the day off of work. So as an adult, the more mild weather is what I'm going to be. Is what I'm going to choose.
Yeah, I feel like almost all adults, we're going mild winter.
Yeah.
And for a lot of the reasons that, Viola kind of laid out the main one. You don't have to shovel, and you don't have to drive on the bad roads.
Right.
And also, I'm thinking back to, it was like maybe 3 years, I don't know. There was a winter where over Christmas, it was literally like, warnings of how cold it was. You weren't supposed to go outside at all.
Yes. Yeah. This was like 2023 or something.
That
or 2022.
Was also the Christmas that I got COVID. Oh. And so the combo of those of like, and COVID didn't really make me feel that bad other than a day or two.
Yeah.
But it was just like, man, I would just love to go outside.
Yeah.
And to have an entire winter where like you would not have that.
Yeah.
Because even as a child, I wouldn't like playing in the snow gets old pretty quick.
Right.
To me, I didn't like getting all like wet and whatever.
Okay.
And so I feel like no matter what spot in life I'm in, I don't want the headache of all that snow.
Yeah.
I want the mild winter.
I mean, everyone knew what my answer was going to be. I grew up in Africa. Obviously, I want the mild winter. It's not that I hate snow. I think it's beautiful. But also another reason, and it was mentioned earlier, I hate driving when the snow is bad. Like when the roads are icy and there's snow coverage on the roads and it's all slippery out. I have to drive on the highway back and forth from home to get here to work. And so I just don't want to mess around with that. So if we could have a mild winter where it's like it only snows on Christmas Eve and Christmas Day, that would be perfect for me.
Yeah. I think I'm pretty good at driving in the snow, but it's still stressful. It's still stressful because you never know how everybody else is going to act and behave, and even yourself. Like even if you're confident, it's still dangerous.
Some things are out of your control.
Tim says he's a delivery driver and he has to get out and spend minutes in the elements at each stop. He does love the snow and how quiet it gets at night, and he likes the cold, and he'll still wear t-shirts and shorts in the cold. But so he's going with the snow one. So he's a little opposite.
All right.
There are a few people that really would embrace the snow.
Yeah.
But based off of the percentage of us that don't want to deal with the snow, it's amazing we don't all live in Florida and California.
I know. We're all going to be snowbirds when we get older and have the ability to be that.
I don't know. I need to buy one house first before I get the second one. If you're looking for love, you're tired of all of the same old, boring dating apps, I've got the perfect thing. 8772 RadioU. It's a new dating app.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Oh,
but this one's not the same old dating app. This one has an entirely new twist. A new dating app is launching in the U.S. called Frawley, and it is a dating app where you use your dog to help you find love. Not only do you make a profile for yourself on Frawley, but you also make a profile for your dog, where you obviously would want pictures of your dog, but answer questions about your dog as well. How's their temperament? Do they get along with children and other dogs, of course? Are they allowed on the furniture? These kinds of things. And so hopefully you and your dog can find love together. Now, it's not a dating app for your dog to match with somebody, but it's using your dog as another way to express maybe some of your personality and some of the perks of going out with you.
Yeah, and some common interests and all of those things. This is giving me, like, the vibe it gives me is, 101 Dalmatians. When he's, like, looking through, like, the Dalmatian is looking through the window and he sees all the different dogs walking by and their owner. And he's trying to find a match for his, for his guy. And he's just like, no, not them. No, not them. And that's kind of what it's making me think of.
Yeah, and I think I could see this definitely working. We've talked about, this could definitely like eliminate some people because there are people, right, where like you guys both love dogs, but then the dogs meet each other
and they don't get along.
You know that that's not going to work. The dogs don't get along, and so that's going to make it tough to have the relationship work because somebody that you're just getting to know, you're not going to choose them over your dog that lives with you.
Yeah.
And so knowing about the other person's dog right up front can be very valuable.
Yeah, it can be super duper helpful. I don't typically think that we should let our pets dictate our lives, but we do. We do often. They become like our little babies, our children to us. And so it's hard not to think that in that world, this would work. This wouldn't work because it obviously people worship their pets, and so this makes sense that somebody would create a dating app surrounded around their dogs.
Now, they say that you don't have to be a dog owner to be on this app.
Really?
No, but you need to be a dog lover.
Okay, I guess that makes sense. They don't want to block off everybody.
If you're a man seeking a woman and a dog, this is the app for you. You might find that special someone that already has the dog, so you don't have to, that checks off, kill two birds with one stone.
Yeah.
And so it's also, it's free for the first 6 months, but then you're going to pay $12 I don't know if that's a year or a month. $12 a month is a lot.
That is a lot.
But $12 a year is basically nothing. Like, why are you even charging?
Yeah.
So I don't know.
It has to be $12 a month, which
It has
is crazy.
to be,
Because
which
it's a
is-
startup company.
So you have 6 months to find love, and then that's it.
yeah.
Then you have to go somewhere else.
You have to move on
Or
to
it's
one
just-
of the boring dating apps.
Yeah, one of the same old. It just must not be the app for you. But it's interesting with the founder of the app. Her name is Amanda Levine. She says, who we really are, you can see it when we're with our dogs. How you act towards your dog, it does reveal a lot about you. Yeah.
It's telling. So I do think there is some value in that, like seeing how you treat your dog, how you talk about your dog. Like it lets you, it gives you some insight on that person.
If you spank your dog or yell at it, it's probably going to hurt you. The second college football playoff rankings were revealed last night. Minimal movement since most of the top teams all won or didn't play this past weekend. The one big move was BYU, after losing to Texas Tech, dropped down to number 12, which means they would be out of the playoffs if it actually happened today, and they would be replaced with Texas as the last at-large team in. Allie, I don't know if you have any reaction to the ranking, but I definitely want to know your reaction to what the SEC, I guess he's the commissioner, Greg Sankey.
Yes.
What he
Very
said.
controversial man.
He says that it's a no-brainer that the SEC has carved out at least 6 to 8 spots in the playoffs.
6 to 8?
8 is the actual maximum that they could get, like that any conference could get. Is
What?
8.
So Ohio State, Indiana, Oregon, all gone.
No, they would be Ohio State, yes.
But Indiana and Oregon, no.
Yeah, only one of those 3 can make it.
So only the Big Ten champ.
Right,
so every
correct.
other league is just a one bid league.
If the SEC was to get 8 teams in, yes, that's how it would work.
Wow, that is a wild comment, sir. Especially considering you have a lot of these teams that are up there that still have to play each other and have hard games left on the schedule. I mean, Georgia has to play Georgia Tech. Georgia has to play Texas. Texas A&M and Texas have to play one another. Oklahoma and Alabama are playing this weekend. So I think he's looking as if the playoff ended today, where all these teams are available and only have 1 or 2 losses right there. But we could be talking about this in a couple weeks from now, and these teams have 3, maybe 4 losses. Because I don't think it's a slam dunk that Texas beats Georgia and Texas A&M. That's a hard schedule left.
Yeah, he's clearly overselling the SEC now so that when it actually comes playoff time, it feels, like kind of, it's negotiation.
Yes,
you're selling yourself way high now. 8 is obviously unrealistic. It couldn't happen. But if you're saying, well, I think we should get 8 teams in, then when they go, well, maybe 6 does make sense. Which I can see a scenario where they get 6. I think realistically the SEC probably gets 5, which is still a lot. That's almost half the teams in the playoff.
Yeah.
And realistically, they probably deserve more because the ACC and whichever other group of 5 conference, or maybe not even the ACC, but those other 2 conference champions are going to be wasting spots in the playoff.
It'll feel like that for sure. Although I don't think we can say that about Texas Tech. They could definitely still win a first-round game if they end up winning the Big 12.
Texas Tech, I think, is great. I think James Madison or Duke or SMU.
The group of 5 teams. Yeah,
or South Florida.
I thought you just meant any of the other conference champions. But I will say, I think that propaganda definitely is a thing. That has to be a memo sent down from Greg Sankey being like, we have to prop up the SEC as much as we can. Because if you noticed, I can't remember when it was. I think it was when Georgia played really close game against Auburn on the road. Immediately, the words out of Kirby Smart's mouth and in the post game is like, well, guys, it's just so hard to win on the road in the SEC. It's so hard to win against 3-3 Auburn. And, just all of this stuff. And so, that really is, it feels like they've been told to say that type of stuff just to help prop up this kind of this attitude that the SEC is just so much better than everybody else.
Yeah, I think that it would be hard for. I don't think Ohio State could do that.
What do you mean?
I don't think Ryan Day is capable of saying it's hard to win on the road in the Big Ten against Purdue.
He would get absolutely obliterated.
Yeah,
if he won 20-10.
He has too much integrity to say something so ridiculous.
Because Georgia beat Auburn 20-10, and there was crazy calls in that game, which easily could have led to Auburn winning that game.
Mm-hmm.
So it was a very close game, even though it's a 10-point win for them. If Ohio State went to Wisconsin and won 20-10, people would be grilling Ryan Day and Ohio State, like, are they really the number one team?
Yeah.
Are they really that good? And Georgia, for whatever reason, they can go out there and just be like, oh, guys, it's so hard to win. It's so hard.
I mean, I feel like they're not wrong. I will say, I can't go through this whole thing without saying, I love Notre Dame. The idea that they're above Texas and Oklahoma makes no sense. It makes absolutely zero sense.
It doesn't, but I do think right now the committee is just like putting these teams all in like pods. Mm-hmm. So they're kind of, they put them all in a pod and they think they're all like right around the same category because they're like, it'll figure itself out.
Yeah.
Texas, to me, at 10 is it's going to figure itself out.
Yeah.
They're either going to win and they're going to get in, or they're going to lose and they're going to fall out.
Yeah. It just seems like it's not fair that they're at 10 now. They should be higher. They should be higher than Notre Dame. Notre Dame is beating nobody. It just does. I love Notre Dame. I think they will do great in the playoff. I just think they don't deserve it right now. They'd be number 10 or number 9. It doesn't make sense. The Starbucks Barista Cups for the holidays launched a few days ago, and in predictable fashion, it's led to people fighting over them. 8772 RadioU. There's been video going around online from one particular Starbucks in Roseland, New Jersey, where customers were literally lined up before the day that the barista cups were launching.
Yeah.
Were going to be first sold. Lined up outside of the Starbucks, and then once they were able to get in, people fighting over being able to just get these Starbucks barista cups.
Oh my gosh.
It's actually just so sad. I was trying to think, like, is there any item that I could want so much that I would fight with somebody over it?
That you would start to throw fists.
There are things that I own that somebody could take from me
before you'd fight.
Where I wouldn't fight. Yeah, forget about something on a shelf that we're just trying to buy for $30.
Right. I mean, at the end of the day, it's just things, and so they don't matter enough for me, in my opinion, to get into a fight with somebody. Because I know I'm not winning a fist fight. I don't care who it is against. I'm not winning. But yeah, I just think it's dumb to do that, first of all, to come to blows over a cup, really over anything. I don't understand the logic in that.
I was thinking about it, and it's not about the cup. It would be like, for me, it wouldn't be about the item itself.
Yeah.
But here's a great example. The Phillies Karen from earlier this year.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
I would have fought over that. I wouldn't have hit a woman.
Yeah.
But like, I would have
got
into a verbal. Yeah, I would have fought that lady because
I would have too.
It's about the principle of it.
Because she was ridiculous.
It wasn't about the ball itself.
Right.
So, but
and in this scenario,
what could somebody have said in the barista line, barista cup line?
In this scenario, I did read into it, and I understand why they were upset. Because this particular TikTok video that was filmed, it was at a location in New Jersey. There were two girls that had waited in line for these cups since 1 a.m. and a man attempted to cut them in line. And that's what caused the scuffle.
So there you go. See, it's not about the cup.
Yeah.
It's the principle.
Yeah.
But he didn't know they stayed since 1 a.m. And also, that's kind of a crazy thing to do, by the way.
It is crazy to do for a cup.
So I can't feel so bad for them.
Yeah. But I mean,
it was wrong. It was wrong what he did.
It was wrong, and if it meant that much to you, because think about it, if you've been standing in line for that long, it means more and more to you as you keep standing, because you have to keep convincing yourself to stand there.
That's right.
So you're going to keep telling yourself it's all worth it until I get that cup, and then somebody tries to get it before you, and apparently a lot of these stores only have a few units.
Yeah.
They don't have that many.
Starbucks literally has apologized.
Yeah.
For not realizing how popular it would be.
How could they not realize?
Yeah.
That doesn't make any sense. They should have known this was going to blow up.
No, they knew exactly what was going to happen. And they know that this happening now is actually good news.
Yes.
It still just continues to drive the
scarcity helps them.
The scarcity and the conversation. And so it's working.
Yep.
But it's just, you're fighting over a 30, like you could go to the grocery store and get one filled with honey.
Yeah.
And it would actually have honey in it.
Right.
for much less.
And also, these
it
are
just would have a different hat.
I know we mentioned this when we talked about like the announcement of this Bear Cup and how so many people were excited about it. We were like, this is already on Temu.
Yeah.
Like, go get it somewhere else.
It might not say Starbucks. It probably says something that's clearly AI generated where they couldn't quite get the letter.
Starbucks.
It says Starbucks, but it's other than that, it's the same.
It's the same cup.
And it's $3.
Yeah.
And it will take 2 months to get here. I know you haven't tweeted a lot lately, probably, or I'm sorry, posted on X.
Yeah, what do we call it now?
I think it's supposed to be posts.
Okay.
I know you haven't X'd a lot lately. But maybe this will entice you to hop back on the former bird. X is rolling out a new feature called Certified Bangers.
Okay.
A new achievement that you could unlock.
That sounds like something Elon Musk would say.
Doesn't it?
It
Doesn't
does.
it? Certified Bangers on X are going to be a little badge that your not tweet could have that basically show that it's one of the most popular posts on X.
Okay.
It's a little award, a little achievement for you coming up with something original that really catches on with people. Not just getting a bunch of reposts and favorites. Is that what that's called?
I don't know. I haven't really used X in a couple
Hearts,
years.
Whatever the hearts are.
Yeah.
It's not just that. Like, those are just numbers.
Yeah.
But only a select few will get the certified banger status.
Okay.
To be a certified banger, you have to have a personal account. This cannot come a business, a political account cannot have a certified banger.
Okay.
No certified bangers for the president.
I mean, I feel like that's valid.
That's fair. The Pope, actually, the Pope might be able to.
The Pope has certified bangers all the time.
Yeah.
Let's be real.
No business, political, or government affiliated accounts can get a certified banger post on X.
I like that. I like that it's personal.
Also, the post that you make has to be purely original content.
Not something you share.
They say meaning either, like, obviously you can't just quote or like literally steal something somebody else posted that was a certified banger. Or that somebody posted years ago before certified bangers were a thing that you just re-bring back up.
Yeah.
That doesn't count. It has to be, they say, original content, meaning it's yours or you've transformed something to be uniquely yours.
Okay, so maybe that is counting shares like a retweet, like where you make a comment that is so tweet, unique. Yeah.
A quote post.
A quote, yeah.
There's many different codes of conduct that you can't violate if you want your post to be a certified banger. But they say that these are the very best posts. They'll give the certified banger certification to the very best posts that move the timeline, ranked by authentic interactions. So something to strive for on X.
I mean, I kind of like it. At first, I was like chuckling at it because the name is so ridiculous.
Yeah.
And it sounds like
feels like it's not going to age well.
No.
It already hasn't aged well.
I was going to say, I don't even hear people say this anymore because it feels like it was something said maybe 2 years ago. 2 or 3 years ago, you would hear this more, but now I haven't really heard this as much. So, Elon, you're behind the times.
Yeah.
Another note about these posts, these currently can only be in English, but they plan to expand to other languages. So is there a certified banger department, Elon?
Yeah, I don't know who's handing these out.
So somebody has to be reading.
Is it just automated if you get to a certain amount of reposts and replies and whatever?
Well, you would think if it was automated, like it was AI, then they would be able to read the other languages because I believe AI is pretty good at deciphering languages.
Right.
And so you would think that would be built in. But to me, it sounds like there might be a human element into this, which I kind of like.
Oh, so that means they can shadow ban me from getting certified bangers. They don't like what I said.
They're like the Godfather. No.
It's gotten so many hearts. How can you not say that this is a certified banger? I feel like this is something that it's kind of cool.
Yeah.
But it also feels like old Twitter, like before Elon Musk was involved, really. Yeah. It feels like...
It feels dated.
Yeah, it does. But... I mean, you know what? It'd feel good to have one.
Oh, absolutely. You best believe I would pin that to the top of my X account.
I'm going to have to start working on this.
Thanks for listening to the RadioU Podcast. Don't forget to rate and review the show.